What is up, guys? Chris here, the Unprofessional Dad, and I am back with another knife video. And I have got a really cool video today, especially for people who like budget EDC options. Now, recently, as everybody knows, I took a trip. I got to experience a lot of really cool knives for the first time. And one of the brands that I got to experience was 704. It was a brand that I was not familiar with. And as a matter of fact, I also didn't know that there was a channel called 704 Gear. Now, this is a really popular channel. There's a lot of subscribers and some really cool content. And I'm going to link that channel down below, 704 Gear. The guy who does that channel also has knives. I got to experience some of the knives firsthand. I got to hold them in my hand and feel them. And I got to hear from someone who knows and is very knowledgeable about knives. I got to hear about their experiences with 704 knives. And as somebody with a massive amount of knives, let me tell you, and the very highest quality possible knives you can get, like words can't describe, for them to say what they said about 704 Gear made me assured and reassured that it would be a great idea to check them out personally. So I did. I got a couple 704s here. I got a fixed blade and I got a folder here, and I'm going to go and I'm going to tell you, when I was actually looking at these, I did not go with what I personally would want. There's well, here, I'll show you in a second. I'll show you in a second. This is a really cool review, and I'm stoked about it. So the first, I got two knives. I got a folder, an EDC knife, and I got a fixed blade. Yeah, and let's just get right to it. All right, so 704. The first one I'm going to show you guys is the folder, because I think more people are going to be interested in the folding knife, the pocket knife, the EDC option. And you do get, like always, really cool pouch here, 704 pouch. You get a microfiber cloth. Obviously, I've already opened these and checked them out. You get a warranty card. That does have a like sticker there, cool sticker, but you also get a couple really cool stickers as well, 704 and this really cool Mohawk skull. But typical pouch, you know, those are, I mean, most knives these days come in pouches. So this is the knife right here. Now, they've got a couple of variations of this. I mean, they look identical except for the size. I got the smaller one because I know that more people across the board would be drawn to the smaller version. This is a 2.91 inch blade, and I know a lot of people are in areas where you can't carry a knife 3 inches or longer. So I wanted to show something that was going to appeal to more people, be more accessible and attainable to more people. So this is the 704 Urban Ranger Light V2. Yes, I know, that's a lot to say. This is the Urban Ranger Light V2. And now they have the full-size Urban Ranger, and they have the Light V2. This is, again, a 2.91 inch blade. There's a lot going on here, and I'm going to tell you right now, this thing is $20 right now on Amazon. Now, I don't know if they're going to be listed like that for long, but it's $20 daggone dollars. This is one of those knives that's really, it's just, again, more and more these days, I'm being disillusioned with the daggone prices of knives. Like, why are we paying the prices? Why are these other brands charging what they're charging when you can get a 14C 28M blade with nice textured G10, crossbar locks, ceramic bearings? You can get all of this, thumb studs, great jimping, great ergonomics, deep carry pocket clip, screws flush with the hand, and it is reversible, on and on and on, for $20. Now, they do have other colors as well, and you can get a stainless blade with orange handles or blue handles. Now, those are around $30. They're a little bit more expensive. because you're getting brushed stainless on the blade and stuff like that. So they're a little bit more. But this blacked out version right now is $20 daggone dollars. Now I'm going to say this 100%. You can definitely tell a difference in the quality, like when you're holding this knife, not holding it, just holding it in your hand. But when you're experiencing this knife, you can definitely tell the difference in the quality with the movement and the action, stuff like that, than you can with other more premium, higher end knives. Even when you're talking in that $60 to $80 price range, you can definitely tell a difference. There's a few things that I'm going to talk about right now, and I'm going to show you that I notice. But at the same time, it's a $20 knife. So for $20, this thing is fan-daggone-tastic. Like, it is, like, you shouldn't even complain about nothing. You should be getting this out of the pack and being tickled daggone pink because it's $20. It drives me crazy when I see people that get a $20 or $30 or $40 knife and they nitpick it, and this is wrong and that's wrong and this is wrong and that's wrong and this is off and that's off and I don't like this. And it's like, if you wanted that, why didn't you pay the more money for a nicer, higher end premium knife? When you're paying $20 and you get this right here, all complaints are out the window. You didn't pay for the right to complain. You paid for a $20 knife, but you're getting a knife with value far above $20 daggone dollars. So in my opinion, this thing is fantastic for $20. It's hard to beat this for $20. I'm telling you. I mean, hard to beat it. A great daggone blade right here. I love the jimping. I love the design. Kind of has, well, there's another blade that that has a similar style and look to it, but a lot of blades these days are looking. And somebody, I had an experience recently with another brand where it looked like the Praxis. To me, it was dead on the Praxis, but people, more and more people were starting to point out, like, yeah, look how many blades have that same exact design. It's hard not to. You can only redesign a knife so many daggone ways. And now that I'm paying attention, I'm seeing more and more blades that do have a very, very similar. So I appreciate that experience. That experience is something that I really needed to have and learn from. Because you can only redesign a knife so many daggone ways. But this is a really cool blade. It's got great jimping up here on the top with that little thumb spot. It's not really a thumb ramp, but a thumb, just a thumb rest. You got dual thumb studs, nice swedge here for deep penetration if you're stabbing, poking, anything like that. A good flat grind. I like the blacked out blade. All in all, it's really daggone nice. And again, 14C. You know, at $20, you would think that this is coming in at D2 or something, and it's not. It's 14C, so I really like that a lot. Your G10 is textured. I mean, there is a lot of grip and texture there with this diamond textured G10. I like it a lot. Deep carry pocket clip screw, and that is deep carry. Screws are flush with the handle. It is reversible. You know, you got nice steel liners that look really good. They look polished and stuff. Smooth liners on the inside. They're not milled out or anything, so you don't see any holes, anything in the liners. They're just completely flat and smooth across the board. I don't know if you can see that in there. But it looks very clean. Looks very clean and very classy. I like it a lot. The ergonomics are really nice. I mean, really, really good. It's got that nice finger twirl. Now, for me, it is a 3-fingered knife because I have larger paws. But if you can't your hand or anything like that to hold it, you can actually get 4 fingers on it, but it's still just a 3-finger knife. But you can get your the tip of your finger on there to kind of give you that little bit of control and grip. They do have this in the bigger version that is going to be easily a full-size knife for a full 4-finger grip. Again, I got the smaller knife because I thought it would appeal to a broader range of people, and I am not just worried about myself. I am worried about everybody in the channel, all the community, and what you all think. I'm trying to consider your all's needs more than my own, and I think that more people would be interested in the 2.91-inch blade, because this is 2.91 inches. It's under 3 inches, so more people are going to be able to carry it. It weighs 3.3 ounces. Now, I think I weighed it, and it was right at 3.4, but it's supposed to be, it says on the paper it's 3.3, but I think, let me measure it or weigh it again. Oh, daggone. I was way off. 3.7. 0. 3.7. I mean, there ain't no... And that's a good scale. I mean, 3.7 ounces. It says 3.3 on here. I thought I weighed that. Maybe I did. Maybe it was another knife that I weighed. Has an overall length of 6.77 inches, 2.91 inch blade. It's just, I mean, really, really nice. Okay, now, I'm going to tell you a couple things just to notice, because I did notice these. There's a little bit of lock stick in the crossbar. When it is fully, the action, as you see, is smooth. I mean, it is, boom, it is smooth. But when you pull this back, it does, you hear that pop? There's a little bit of lock stick. You hear that? It pops. Like there is a little bit of stick where you gotta give it a little bit of a tug to get it to unlock. You can feel a little bit of when you, I mean, there is good action for the most part. When you're deploying it, it snaps right out into place, but there is a little bit of drag in there. But again, this is a $20 knife, so let's not get it misunderstood. There's only so much that you should expect. If you want something that's got the action of, you know, a daggone, you know, Norseman or something, pay the money and you'll get it. This is great for what it is, $20. And honestly, when I'm walking around using an EDC knife, even when I do this right here in videos to show you the action, I'm not walking around doing that with my knives. This is what I'm doing with my knives. I pull it out to use it. I pop it into place. I use it. I close it up. That's the action. And for that, the action is phenomenal. Especially, again, $20. Let's not forget that. For $20, it is off the charts. It's fantastic. I'm telling you, everything about this knife is great. Let me see. I'm trying to see if more product details down here. Remember, this does come in 2 sizes. The full size Ranger has a 3.74 inch blade and 8.46 inches in overall length and weighs 4.9 ounces. So it is more heavy and heavy duty. That is probably the knife that I would go with for myself. But again, I wanted to show you all a smaller, more, just more attainable knife across the board. A lot of people can't even get these shipped to them from Amazon because Amazon won't ship in certain areas because the blade will be over 3 inches and stuff like that. But great knife. Let me test it, how sharp it is. Let's see. Got some old homework here. Oh, yes. Look at that. Come on. Come on. Right out of the box. That's a great knife. $20. Boom. Guys, I'm loving this for $20. Hard to beat 704 gear. Hard to beat it. Hard to beat it. Now, I will say, the last thing I'm going to say about this is I just done a review on a $30 crossbar lock knife. that has a D2 blade. This has 14C for $20. The other one, and I'm going to be honest with you, there's no comparison. The $30 knife is insane for $30. But if you are in the budget range of $20 and you aren't considering this knife right here, you are seriously depriving yourself of a fantastic knife. All of the, I bet you, most of these aren't going to have that lock stick. This is just something that you get in some of them you don't. You're talking $20 knives. The things are going to slip through the cracks. I bet most of them don't have that lock stick right there. Fit and finish is great. All in all, $20. I like this thing a lot. Now, I'm going to show you guys a real daggone treat. Let me back out here onto my screen because I want to find, get on the right knife here. Boom. Okay. I'm going to show you all a fixed blade. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to tell you all right now. One thing that I do not like at all, and I've always said this on my channel, is serrations on a knife. I don't like serrations. You will not see me showing any knives with serrations. There's a reason. Amazon sent me the wrong daggone knife. They sent me, well, the right knife, but they sent me a blade with serrations. And I didn't want one with serrations. But still, I'm going to show you a fixed blade that is really daggone cool. Now, it's going to come with the warranty card, the sticker, the 704 microfiber cloth. And this is the 704 Gear Rogue Fixed Blade. And let me tell you right now, this thing is incredible. What? Now, I don't like the serrations, but I'll get past the serrations on this thing. The first thing you'll notice right off the bat is it's got this carbon fiber little accents here on it, just to give it that cool little look. It's got a Taco Kydex sheath. The quality on this sheath is really nice. It's got this little thumb lip right here so you can get good traction when you're deploying the blade. It has this belt clip that does rotate 90 degrees, so you can do vertical draw or you can do appendix carry and do crossbody draw, wearing it on your back or your belt or whatever. The sheath is fantastic. The sheath is really, really good. The sheath is one of the best sheaths that I have seen on all of the knives over there that I've got under $100 for fixed blades. This is one of the best sheaths right out of the box that I have seen. The sheath itself, now we're not even talking about the knife. The sheath is awesome. Now, let's look at the knife. And this is, I mean, look at that handle. Look at those accents around the screws. Look at that blade. That is beautiful. Full tang. It's big. Now this is a heavy knife. Let me tell you, this thing ain't no lightweight knife. This is a camping knife. This is a survival knife. This is an EDC knife that could be used for EDC. But I'm going to tell you right now, you better have a strong and sturdy neck belt or something like that. A ratchet belt that you can constantly tighten down throughout the day as your pants get more and more saggy, because this thing is going to weigh them down. This is a heavy knife, but This is an awesome daggone knife. This is a knife I would take camping and beat the tar out of because it's just great. Look at this. Look at this. Nice swedge right there. Nice flat grind. It is 14C. Comes in 14C. Now you can get the blacked out version. They also have a black blade with a tan handle. You still get the accents right there. The orange accents, kind of like copper accents. But copper is in burnt orange. So you get this lanyard spot right here, which is also a window breaker, nutcracker, skull crusher, whatever you want to call it. They used to call it skull crusher in the old days for appropriate reasons, but these are knives and tools. They're not used for that, so they changed it. Now they're just window breakers or whatever you want to call it, spots for lanyards. Now, it feels great in hand. The one thing that I would change is I would round these edges off a little bit more because it's a very flat. Like, now, when I say flat, I mean you definitely have the curves to it, but what I mean is on the bottom, it's just flat. You know what I'm saying? It should be a little bit more rounded this way as well as curves this way. It should be rounded this way as well. And on top, I wish there was just a little bit more rounding of these corners. But that's not what they're going for. So what they're going for is this. You can see it's extremely flat on top. And I like flat lines. Straight lines, it's more neutral for a neutral grip, and it's going to appeal to more people's hands. So that straight line is great, but I would prefer it to be rounded this way a little bit more, so it would be more smooth in your hands. But, I mean, it still feels really daggone good. Large hands are going to feel great with this. Now, this has a serrated blade. I don't like the serrations. I'd much rather have a regular plain edge all the way. But if this is going to be a camping knife, survival knife, serrations would come in handy for cutting rope, paracord, vines, you know, doing a little bit of sawing or whatever. It's extremely sharp. I mean, extremely. That is one heck of an edge right there, all the way. Look at how good that edge work, that grind work is. All in all, this is a fantastic knife. Now, here's the deal. It has a 4.5-inch blade. It's called Textured G10, and there is a little bit of texture there. You can feel the texture. It's not smooth or anything like that, but you can even hear the texture. Kydex sheath, carry and clip, all that other stuff. I don't think that this is the kind of handle, because of that little bit of texturing, that would get slick or anything like that, because there is enough of a texture and just enough curvature to the handle to where it's going to fit good in your hands. But wearing gloves and stuff like that, I don't know, especially with these straight lines and not being curved and rounded edges. I don't know. Now, again, a 4.5-inch blade overall length. You're looking at 9.6 inches from end to end. It weighs 9.7 ounces. Let me see what this weighs. Since it was off on the folder knife, let's see if it's off on this as well. $10 ounces on the money. Can you see that? 10 ounces on the money. Take it off. We're at 0. 10 ounces on the money. Let me see what it weighs. I told you this is a heavy knife. Let me see what it weighs with the sheath. 13.4. Yeah, so sheath's about 3.5 ounces. So yeah. 9.6 inches in overall length. Let me see. Now, the 7 Gear products are backed by a lifetime guarantee. There's a difference between a lifetime guarantee and a lifetime warranty. Really quick, and this thing is coming in right now at $32.99 for this very knife. Now, tell me, that's hard to beat. That's hard to beat for what you're getting right here. This is a really nice. I'd pay $35 for this knife all day long. This is a in 14C, fantastic knife at $35. I mean, that's a hard knife to beat. Glass breaker, yeah. Pommel, let me see. Weatherproof. Looks like you can get it in a green olive handle as well. Maybe that's in the other, in the straight edge or plain edge. Now, the flat earth is coming in at $48.99. Same knife, $48.99. Same blade, $48.99. 33, $49. 33, $49. They both have a blacked out blade, but one has black handle with the orange or copper, I should say, accents. The other has flat earth with the copper accents. Is it worth another $15 to get that flat earth color? Okay. Okay, look, I'm there. Let me see something really quick. 704 gear. You know what, guys? I bought this on that Amazon thing that just passed, that big special deal that they were, where the price was so low. The price on the plain edge right now is $48.99 for the plain edge without the serrations. It's the same exact knife. 14, everything is the same except for its plain edge. That's probably why they sent me the serrated edge, because I ordered the plain edge on that. I can't remember that deal days thing that Amazon does. It's just a couple days ago, last week or whatever. I ordered the plain edge and they sent me the serrated edge, and I bet that's why, because I paid this is normally $33 and I got the plain edge on that sale, and they sent me the wrong one. But normally this is $48.99. Well, it's always $48.99 with the plain edge. I would definitely, this is worth $50. It's definitely worth $50. Now, if you don't mind serrations, save yourself 15 bucks and get the serrated blade. But I paid $50 for this for a plain edge all day, especially having it in my hands and seeing how good it is. This is a $50 knife easily. Let me see how sharp this is. Extremely sharp until you get to those serrations. Very, very sharp knife. Very sharp knife. Those serrations, man, those teeth are nasty. Those are sharp. That would bite you easily. Yeah, that's, what a great knife. That's hard to beat. Both of these are hard to beat at their price points. $20 and $33, both of them fantastic. 704 gear. Check them out. They've got other knives as well. They've got a ton of different options, a ton of different types of pocket knives, and they've got some different fixed blades as well. Check out 704 gear. Also check out their channel. They've got very informative, knowledgeable stuff on their channel. Very entertaining as well. If you like knives, EDC, all that other kind of stuff, you're going to love the channel. Guys, I'm Chris, the Unprofessional Dad. Oh, one last thing. Remember, If you're not a member of the premium member, links are down below for all the different things. If you're going to be buying a knife from Blade HQ, anything like that. Let me take off his shirt. I'm roasting in here. If you're going to be buying a knife from Blade HQ, anybody like that, links are down below. You don't have to use them, but it does help the channel greatly. But also, if you're not a member yet, you want to be a member of the premium members. I don't keep any of that money. It all goes back to you all in the knife of the month. If you join at tier 1, you get 1 name in the drawing. Join at tier 2, you get 3 names in the drawing. Join at tier 3, you get 5 names in the drawing. And we literally draw, at the end of the month, we draw, everybody gets their names in the hat for whatever tier you're on, and I draw out, and whatever name is drawn out, that person wins the knife of the month. And it's always at least $100 in value, usually well over $100. So guys, if you want to be a part of that, join. All that money goes right back to you. It's a way for me to give away premium knives at least once a month. So I appreciate you guys. I'm Chris, your Professional Dad. I wish all of you sharp knives and happy lives, and I will see you in the next video.